That's control, that's selfishness, that's entitlement. This woman is a monster. A lot of comments that she puts in here that you're just like, why would you want to take over someone's movie? The outfits in this end are so out of touch. No, we don't want to watch bullies like Blake.
You're basically saying you're a liar. You misrepresent who you are. It's insane. What are you talking about? She genuinely is not aware of how insane she sounds. And that's crazy. And this is a reason why I think in the future people are just not going to work with her, because it's starting to add up. People are realizing that this is a pathology.
Blake Lively may think they have the upper hand. Sources say she has no idea what's coming regarding her battle with Justin Baldoni.
After getting the harshest reality check of her career, Blake Lively is inconsolable. She believed she could deceive everyone with her cunning strategies, but now both fans and Hollywood are shunning her like there's no tomorrow. Fans are tired of her control freak antics, and the best part is that Justin Baldoni, the man she attempted to bury, is now winning the court of public opinion. Her follower count is dropping, and she's officially the most despised woman in Hollywood. And let's face it, she brought it on herself. The Hollywood Reporter cover on February 22nd, which was supposed to be a simple magazine article, turned into a public execution. The picture of Blake throwing a slingshot at Baldoni was exactly what she tried to do, but it backfired spectacularly. She can cry and play the victim all she wants, but the numbers don't lie. Blake's reputation is in ruins, and social media is tearing her apart. Fans now dominate the conversation, and Lively is being completely destroyed on the internet. Since September, she has lost an incredible 3,896 followers. In January, when Baldoni filed his lawsuit, she lost an additional 329,000, the largest decline in 5 years. In February, things didn't get any better, losing another 363,000, while Baldoni gained 196,50. Before Baldwin's lawsuit, many people still thought she was lying, but as he produced the receipts, everything changed. The message is that crystal-clear followers are rejecting Blake and supporting Baldoni. Mark Porcar, CEO of QR Code Generator, according to a pro, as Baldoni retaliated, people recognized that this wasn't a Me Too moment but rather Blake Lively acting like a cunning, power-hungry control freak who didn't get her way. Now she's drowning in criticism. YouTube bloggers, channels and creators are tearing her apart, racking up millions of views daily. She thought playing the victim would win sympathy, but instead she's being laughed at. Hollywood is done with her. Nobody wants an actor who causes on-set problems, and Blake has been exposed as a nightmare to work with. The worst part, she wasn't even the director of It Ends With Us, yet she acted like she owned the entire production. She forced script changes and overrode the director's decisions like some wannabe Steven Spielberg, even though she had no official authority. Just an actress and executive producer. Crew members and co-stars were too scared to speak up, knowing that if Blake didn't like you, your Hollywood career could be over. For years she crafted a fake America's sweetheart persona, but in reality she's a manipulative tyrant. It's not just crew members who are distancing themselves, other Hollywood stars are abandoning her too. Even Jenny Slate and several unnamed actresses were allegedly pressured into supporting her narrative, but her PR machine is failing miserably as friends back off. The Hollywood Reporter cover revealed her for who she really is. It was more than just a humorous graphic. It was a statement that used sexist language to portray her as the perpetrator rather than the victim. Witnesses remaining anonymous. The business turned against her after everyone saw through her desperate ploy, which was the last straw. Hollywood prioritizes power over morality, and when someone becomes a liability, they are immediately thrown away. Blake Lively is a huge liability, nothing more. Blake and Ryan Reynolds may play the PR game all they want, but it's too late. The damage has already been done. People now see Blake for who she really is, and she's losing not just her supporters but Hollywood as a whole. Studios won't risk employing someone who has a history of stealing ideas, throwing tantrums when things don't go her way. Blake had it all. A dream job, the ideal Hollywood husband, excellent industry connections, and unending PR support. But her conceit got the better of her, and she now pays the price. Justin Baldoni is becoming a saint while Blake spirals out of control, losing everything, and just relaxing in Hawaii surfing and enjoying life. The biggest blow came on February 22nd, when the Hollywood Reporter cover obliterated her narrative. The cover, which featured her launching a slingshot at Baldoni, was a perfect metaphor for her attempts to sabotage him, but it backfired spectacularly. Instead of owning the truth, Blake's meltdown is getting worse by the minute and is almost comical. She tried to play the victim, but everyone is pulling her down, including fans, celebrity insiders, and the media. This is the same woman who boasts about being a strong, independent feminist, yet she is having a tantrum over an illustration. Blake claimed sexism to cover up the fact that she attempted to destroy Baldoni's career. The backlash was swift, with social media mocking her for her outburst. The article went even further, revealing how Blake twisted the truth by accusing Baldwin's faith of being the cause of his behavior, misrepresenting cultural differences as scandal. In doing so, she obviously underestimated Baldwin's response, and once he fought back, her entire case fell apart like a cheap set. She even attempted to delete important text messages from her lawsuit to bolster her case, but Baldwini preserved everything. Legal analysts are now pointing out her contradictions, inconsistencies, and strategic omissions. She believed she could change the course of events, but now she is being exposed as a liar, and Brian Fredman, Baldwin's tough litigator, is dismantling her accusations. Fredman isn't playing games. He's here to win, and Blake is always 10 steps ahead of her. Her last-minute modified lawsuit was a desperate attempt, full of evasive statements that make it impossible for anybody to see anything. She has no receipts, and her whole legal plan is now a farce. Hollywood attorneys are openly drawing comparisons between this case and Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard, but unlike Depp, Blake has no support from the public. She attempted to use the hash against me as well, but instead she has become the new Amber Heard, and the internet has turned against her. Blake is being exposed at every turn, and there is no turning back. Ryan Reynolds' efforts to limit the damage are only making matters worse. His awkward remark, "Great, what have you heard?" following a joke with Tina Fey and Amy Pio on the SNL 50th anniversary special was the most embarrassing moment and perfectly captured the chaotic fallout of her self-inflicted PR disaster. Ryan Reynolds' joke was a huge failure because it trivialized grave accusations and came across as tone-defamatory, which only made matters worse rather than absolving Blake. Ryan has long cultivated the image of the ideal husband, but now his reputation is collapsing as he stands up for a woman who is widely viewed as a manipulative, power-hungry liar. His attempts to protect Blake have failed, drawing him further into her mess. Hollywood is rapidly retreating. No studio wants to take the chance of collaborating with someone known for stealing ideas and hurling tantrums. Blake had it all. A dream job, a picture-perfect life, but her conceit has caused her to lose everything. Meanwhile, Justin Baldwin is becoming the true victim as Blake spirals and loses followers every minute that Baldwini is contentedly living her life in Hawaii. Baldwin's composed, drama-free demeanor makes him seem more respectable and mature the more desperate Blake seems. Blake and Ryan's Hollywood allies are leaving, her legal case is failing, her public relations strategies are failing, and her husband is suffering unrelentingly. Blake and Ryan even attempted to discredit Baldoni by excluding him from the marketing and promotions of his own films in order to portray him as the antagonist, but now the roles have been reversed. While Baldwin's future appears brighter than ever, Hollywood now views Blake as a manipulative, power-hungry actress whose conceit has destroyed her own career. Hollywood cares about money and reputation, not meaningless morals, and no one wants to work with an actress who steals productions and throws tantrums. Industry insiders are discreetly reassessing their initiatives, some of which have already been postponed or halted. Blake was destined to be a celebrity, but instead she has made her career a complete failure, letting every executive see how her own business has been ignoring her for years due to her control-freak reputation. Even Taylor Swift, one of her closest friends, is remaining silent about this mess. If she isn't standing up for her, it's obvious that Blake is losing not just fans but Hollywood itself. Blake and Ryan once controlled Hollywood's elite circles, but now everyone is turning away from this sinking ship. Her career is collapsing faster than the Titanic, and her PR catastrophe is getting worse every day. Blake created the perfect image once. A chic, charming actress with a faultless marriage to Ryan Reynolds, a down-to-earth sweetheart, but that was all a front. Now that her manipulative power-hungry ways are known, no one wants to stand by her, and while she's drowning in criticism, Justin Baldwin emerges as the hero, the man who was attacked and bullied, letting the truth speak for itself. He never asked for pity, instead letting Blake destroy himself. Blake could have accepted responsibility and handled things professionally, but instead she played the victim and doubled down on her lies. And now her career is all but over. Blake is seeing her reign disintegrate, but Justin is winning since he knows the truth and doesn't need any PR tricks. Actresses like her are not welcome in Hollywood, and if she believes she can use manipulation to get out of this, she's in for a painful awakening. This drama is far from over, so stay tuned.